Hey guys, Daniel here. This is another video, and in this video I'll be reviewing a super amazing comic called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin. For those of you that don't know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin is a new comic by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. It's essentially the tales of the Ninja Turtles except set in the future. It's kind of like a sequel to the Ninja Turtles where only one of them is left. All the brothers of this said Ninja Turtle have been killed, and now it's up to him. He's on a mission of vengeance to get revenge on the person who killed all of his brothers, and it's set in the future, and it's such an amazing comic, and I'm so happy to be able to talk about it. I just got a few variants for Christmas. I have 3 variants here. Let me just talk about this. So this is the main cover, the first one. This is the second cover, and this is the third one, which is drawn by Email Cabal Tierra. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right. This is such a cool this is such a cool variant. I think that's such a cool one because it's, of course, the last Ronin fighting on rooftops. This is actually my second. I only got like 5 minutes into the last video, but this is my second recording reviewing the last Ronin because I actually spoiled which turtle it was because it just slipped out of my mouth. So this time I have to be extra careful not to say the name of the turtle because only one turtle is left alive, and no one really knows who it is. Because the turtle, of course, has the weapons of all of his brothers. He has the big sword of Leonardo, the nunchucks of Michelangelo, the katana of Raphael, the kind of staff of Donatello, and yeah, and like I think this is such a cool idea. And normally for sequels, I'd be a bit worried because this could break the original. But then Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird are writing it, so I kind of knew it would be very good, and I did not expect it to be that good. I was completely blown away by how good it was. But first, let me just say, this is a story by Kevin Eastman, Peter Laird, and Tom Waltz. Script by Tom Waltz and Kevin Eastman. Layouts Kevin Eastman, and the pencils / inks are by Esau and Isaac Escorza. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right. Page 39, art by the amazing Ben Bishop. Color assistance by Samuel Plata. Colors Luis Antonio Delgado. Letters Sean Lee. Additional editorial coordination R.G. Larina. Edits Bobby Curnow. And yeah, so basically an amazing creative team is working on this comic. But let me just show you some of the... If you're wondering what the stickers are at the top, these are just pages I've chosen that are spoiler free that I can show. Basically, the comic starts off with our turtle, who shall not be named. Our turtle on top of a rooftop. That rhymed, on top of a rooftop. Basically, he's in the middle of, I don't know whether it is New York City, but we just know that's in a futuristic type of city. And then the second and third page is, of course, one defining panel, or 2 panels, or well, 2 pages, I suppose. 2 defining pages of the city, and it's very much Batman Arkham City. I don't know if you've ever played that game. Basically, Arkham City, it's like got Arkham City where they put all the criminals in and then they trap it, put a big wall around so they can't get out. It's like that except minus the criminals. But basically they're all set in this big building. And as you can see, the biggest building that probably sticks out among the rest is this one. Now, I won't talk about too much about that building, but that definitely plays a full part in it, as the person who killed the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles brothers, or the last Ronin's brothers, lives in that big building. But I did not know whether this would be as good as the original, which is why I kind of put off reading it. But then after I read it, I was just blown away by how good it was. The story is definitely fantastic. So it starts off with the last Ronin, and he's trying to get into this city, the wall. So basically what he does is he trudges through the swamps, climbs up the wall. Peter Laird is still an amazing artist, and he's been on Ninja Turtle for some while. I'd love to interview either Kevin Eastman or Peter Laird. That'd be so good, because I've started interviewing guests on my channel soon. I'll actually be uploading an interview this Wednesday at 6. I won't spoil who, but he is an actor. I'll probably be doing a little spoiler on my channel. Sorry. And make sure to check that out. No, but basically, this comic is so amazing. So basically, he's trying to search. He's on a mission of vengeance, like I said. Like, I remember I seen a quote, probably from the Karate Kid now that I think about it. But I think he says, if you're going to go on a mission of vengeance, dig 2 graves. One for the person and one for yourself. And I like that. I think it's a very cool quote. So this is kind of one of those stories. He's on a mission of vengeance, and there's no saying that vengeance never goes that well. Well, it's not really no saying. I kind of just pulled that out my cheeks. I made that up a little bit. No, but this is just super good because it continues, and he's going through the city, And the detail is astounding. Peter Laird is just amazing. Because as you can see, the city looks so futuristic, and you can kind of just imagine walking in this kind of neon place, and I think that's so cool. But basically, he steals a bike from someone called, a motorbike from someone called Jones, and she's not too happy about that. We'll probably find out more about that later. But he steals the motorbike and then he approaches the big building, which the person who killed him is in. And he's trying to break in, but this guy has so much security guards, and he's kind of trying to take them out one by one. And he does get into a bit of trouble here. You know, I won't say too much about that, but he also, it's very, I guess, he definitely has the agility, so it could be any of the turtles, we don't know which is which. And basically he's trying to go through the sewers, and he's climbing up buildings to try and get into the building of the man who killed his brothers. And now the colours on this page are beautiful. I don't know who did the colours. It might be Samuel Plata, but or maybe it is Peter Laird. I'm not sure who did it, but the colours are just amazing on this page because he gets into a fight with some of the security guards that are mining the building, and as he continues to break in, there's a bit of the kind of captions at the top where he's kind of thinking out his next moves, like strike hard, fade away, never lose focus. You know, which is definitely very cool. And he's taken out most of them with ease, but he does encounter a bit of trouble. But I love how futuristic this is, and it feels so like cool. Because like there are people fighting on top of flying cars and throwing each other off things with swords, and he's using his surroundings to his advantage. And of course flying cars, which I really think I just think flying cars are so cool. I love whenever they're kind of included in comics, because sometimes they can be a bit cheesy. But I just like that the idea of future is flying cars, and I think that's so cool. It was executed very good here. Basically, I'm going to reveal who the person is that killed the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles brothers. Or the last round. I keep on calling him the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, not plural, like it's just him. Basically, the person who killed his brother is Oroku Hiroto. Oroku Hiroto. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right. But that is actually Shredder's grandson, which is so cool. For those who don't know, Shredder is the main villain of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's appeared in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles films and TV shows. But he's the main villain. He's kind of the one that looks like a cheese grater. Actually, I'm not being mean, okay? He actually does. And I think Kevin Eastman very much embraces that because he sells signed cheese graters on his website, so how cool is that? But I think that's so cool to have Shredder's grandson be the one who kind of runs this city. Because obviously he must have inherited that from his granddad, because granddad was not a very nice person, provided that you don't mind me saying, because you know, definitely not. But I think we kind of get the idea that this character, that Shredder's grandson, is more powerful than the Ninja Turtles, because if somehow he managed to kill 3 Ninja Turtles, you'd have to be very skilled in that sense, you know. So I don't know how he did it. So I think he might be stronger than Shredder somehow, which is so cool. But like I said, I was very skeptic about the idea of a sequel, but it's just pulled off amazingly here. Kevin Eastman, Kevin Eastman, like, I don't even need to say, he is a legendary writer. Like I said, I'd love to interview him someday, hopefully I will. No, but he is just, his art is just, his writing is fantastic. I was about to mix him up with Peter Laird, but Peter Laird, his art is definitely fantastic. I don't know how he draws the turtles so well, because he makes them like short and stocky, and they look so versatile, and he does a fantastic job of writing for them. And the detail is astonishing in this comic. I did not expect that. And there's a lot of panels actually, so I don't wonder how long it took him to, draw all this. Basically, some amazing panels, more fight scenes, he's breaking in, and there, Shredder's grandson, sorry I just didn't, but Shredder's grandson is not so happy, with the last Ronin, because he's really making a mess of things. But yeah, as he continues, I actually nearly said his name again. No, can't have that. Now the last Ronin, basically he takes out all the guards, and all he wants is to face Shredder's grandson, aka Oroku. And there's actually one little Easter egg. Shredder's grandson says, activate the Stockman tech. For those who don't know, they're referring to Baxter Stockman, who, if you've watched the Ninja Turtles animated TV show in the 90s or 80s, which I loved, even though it wasn't around then. I only started watching it, I think when I was young enough, probably 6 or 5 or something. Yeah, but basically, he wants to face him, but Baxter Stockman, he's kind of like the genius of the Ninja Turtle world. Yeah, he's like the kind of Bruce Wayne type of Richard Reeves, Tony Stark builder. He's a bit nerdy as well, and yeah, he's definitely been a thorn in the side of the Ninja Turtles. But basically, as the story continues, he's taken out, and also one part a big robot appears, which is just so cool because it's the last Ronin facing off with a big ninja robot. You know, what more can you ask for? You know, I think if you have that, you'd be set. You know, what more can someone ask for? And basically, as the story continues, he, the robot is kind of enough to take out the last Ronin because he spears the robot out of the building, and then they both fall, and then eventually he crashes right the last Ronin, and he is covered in blood. Well, he's not really covered in blood. Could you imagine how gory that'd be, a turtle covered in blood? It's like, have you ever seen the Batman 1989? Jack Nicholson's Joker falls off, and then like the pavement is all cracked. They kind of pulled that off here. So basically, things aren't going so well, and there is the last Ronin trying to get up. He's trying so hard, and then he sneaks into a sewer when people are looking, and they approach the actual girl called Jones, who he stole her bike earlier, and she said to him, "Where did the last Ronin go?" And she points the other way, and they go the other way, and then she follows the turtle into the sewer. She knows he went into the sewer because he left a big blood trail. So that's probably a bit of a giveaway, I would imagine. So yeah, sure, look, what can you do, you know? Basically, as the story continues, he's going down the sewer, and he's kind of like walking, and he's like holding his wounds because he's like definitely kind of on his deathbed, I suppose you could say. But he lays down the weapons of his brothers, and one of them is his, and I won't say which because there are loads. But basically, he lays down all the weapons, and we get the idea that there was an old, I guess there's an old thing where Japanese soldiers, out of shame, would like, you know, jam a knife into their stomach, and I'm not sure whether that's real or fake, or, but basically he's about to do that with the, I think it's Leonardo's sword, and he's like, I'm sorry, father, I failed, please forgive me. I don't think he's referring to, I don't think he's very religious, I think he's just referring to Splinter. Basically, as he's about to commit it, basically he's like, no, this isn't how it's going to end, and he just puts the knife down, because he doesn't want to end by, you know, committing, well, I mean, it's not really, but he didn't want to stab himself, I suppose, and like, who can blame him, in fairness. Basically, Jones finds him, and then she goes up to him and she says, you're a mutant turtle. And then this is page 39, this was actually done by Ben Bishop, sorry, who did an amazing job. Ben Bishop's art is fantastic, and he's actually working on the last run in issue 2, which I cannot wait to read. But no, his art is just amazing, it works so well for this. But basically, it's like kind of, he's unconscious, and he might be dead, we're not sure, but then it's basically like kind of like a heaven dream sequence, I suppose, where we don't know whether or not he's in heaven or whether or not he's dead. Basically, it's back to the turtles when they were young, and he's talking to the other turtles, and then, oh, okay, yeah, and he's talking, I'm sorry, I just got something, I will definitely touch about there, but he's talking to the other turtles, and Ben Bishop does an amazing job in the art in this. I love how he draws the turtles. Oh, he's just such an amazing artist, and basically, the comic ends, right, and someone walks up to him, right, and it's actually, one sec, let me just make sure that there are no spoilers on this page. It's actually April O'Neil. I'm not sure if you can see it there, April O'Neil. And she is, like, the news reporter, my famous friend at the turtle, so kind of Jones was her daughter, which I didn't really clock at the time until I seen it. I was like, oh yeah, obviously. And then she says, and I'm so relieved to see you awake, you really had me worried, mister. But, and then she says, who were you just talking to? And then the name of the Ninja Turtle. So it could, she might have said, who are you just talking to, Leonardo? Or who are you just talking to, Michelangelo? Or who are you just talking to, Raphael? Or who are you just talking to, Donatello? It could have been either of them. I wonder who you think it is. Make sure to pick up this comic if you'd like to find out who it is. And pick up some of the variants, because the variants are fantastic. And I was really happy to be able to review this. It's such an amazing comic. Pick it up from your local comic book store. Also, make sure to pick up issue 2 as well, because issue 2 is an amazing, I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. And variant was by Email Cabaltiera. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right, but it's such an amazing variant. I really like this cover, I think. I don't get Ben Bishop variant, so I must get that soon. But man, this cover is just so cool, because it's, of course, if I say his name again, kind of have that, you know. It's the last Ronin fighting the, I think they're security guards, maybe. Or maybe, no, actually, I think he's not even fighting anything, he's just walking by. But Email did a fantastic job. Email is an amazing artist. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and that concludes my interview with the last Ronin. Let me know if you'd like to see me review issue 2. And as always, please make sure to like and subscribe. I need to support my family. No, I'm kidding. Of course, no, seriously, please make sure to like and subscribe. I need the money. Just joking, I don't get paid. No, seriously. No, well, I'm making a lot of jokes here, but I need the money. I really do, I need the money. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, please make sure to like and subscribe. God, that was a very complicated joke from me. But yeah, every time, I'm only on what? I think I'm on 250 subscribers now, which is crazy. Because maybe 251, which because I only got 200 say a month or two ago, and I don't think I've ever gotten this subscribers most. So if you subscribe to my channel, if you're a fan of comics, or because soon I will be interviewing some comic writers and artists, and I have some very good guests lined up. I'd love to interview anyone who worked in Ninja Turtle someday. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, please make sure to donate to the National Deaf Children's Society. Link for that will be in the description, and yeah. If anyone has any comments or anything, you can find me on Twitter at SamboGizmo1. I'm also on Facebook, but that's for personal. So, but if you message me on Facebook and you just say that you know my YouTube channel, then I'll definitely add you. But yeah, no, make sure to follow me on Twitter at SamboGizmo1. My DMs are open. That's probably the best way if you have any inquiries or anything like that. But make sure to pick up this comic and check out the whole creative team who worked on it. I'll just do one more run. It's worked on by Kevin Eastman, Peter Laird, Tom Waltz, Esau, Isaac Escorza, Ben Bishop, Samuel Plata, Luis Antonio Delegado, Sean Lee, R.G. La Arena, Bobby Curnow, and yeah, and of course the variants by Email Cabal Tirera, and plenty more. There's like 50 million variants, which is a great thing. I think all the variants are cool, but there's a few, and they're all by different artists like Inhuk Lee, let me see, Toy Fan. Justin Roiland did one. That's all. I wouldn't expect Justin Roiland to do one. Noah Schultz, Freddie Williams, Rich Woodall, Steve Levine, Justin Mason, Joseph Schmack, Franciso Matina, Tessa Rose, Scott McFarland, Justin Mason, Carl McGew, Ben Harvey, Sean Anderson, Mike Root, Camilo Di Pieratino, Scan, Cerizwan, and of course Email Cabaltiera. I think I got his name right anyway. Anyway, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Hopefully everyone stays safe, especially with everything going on in the world. But yeah, please make sure to like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And yeah, make sure to stay safe for everyone. But I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.